Hey guys, so it's just a bit of a talking video. It's been a while since I've done an update, so I thought I'd do a bit of an update because just felt like it. Um, and I guess lots been happening. So since the government has announced that Medicare will be giving another 10 sessions covered by rebate this year, um, until 2022, that felt like an absolute godsend. Like, I was just so grateful for that because I can now have weekly sessions with my psychologist, um, which I was really frustrated previously, when I was only having a session every 3 to 4 weeks or so. I felt like I was making no progress, and it just felt like I was just going back and forth, back and forth. And it was just a frustrating place to be in. But thankfully now, I can have extra sessions. So what I've been dealing with recently is, I have been struggling really hard, um, because every time I see someone get engaged, I just get so triggered. I've been feeling, I instantaneously get really upset, really triggered. I instantly feel lonely, sad, bitter, even jealous. And this is of anyone getting married who I know of, acquaintances, friends, even close friends. I've had to hide their posts from my feed, or I've had to unfollow people because I just felt so upset. Not towards them or anything, but towards me. Why is everyone moving on in life, where I'm just stuck here? I felt like I was falling behind, or I was just an absolute failure as a person, and I just felt worthless. And it just wasn't a great feeling to feel. But this has been a recurring pattern of my thought process, and when it comes to relationships in general. Um, I found that, it's a trigger that's been really bad in the last year and even this year that's popped up for me. And the beauty of having more regular therapy sessions is that my psychologist can, because she knows me well by now, she's able to have more check-ins with me, and we're able to talk about more stuff, and she's able to make connections between things. So she was saying how this envy and this particular struggle I'm having is actually linked to my fear of being abandoned by others, my fear of abandonment issues, my anxiety issues in relationships, my BPD, is a manifestation of that. Because um, I'm scared that people in my life who are getting married are going to leave me and leave me behind, and we'll drift apart and I'll be alone forever. That is my fear. And I fear that I will never have that relationship that I desire and crave so hard. So it's linked to my BPD, and I didn't know that. What appeared to be a surface level trigger actually was my BPD manifesting itself in a subtle way that way. Um, yeah, and there was a lot of shame, guilt, but it once it's pointed out, like, it's a lot easier to, like, be objective. Well, I found it a bit easier to take a step back, and she wanted to do a bit of, like, low key kind of exposure therapy with me on trying to get me to desensitize myself to these triggers, because um, me trying to hide myself from them or hide them from me is just going to increase my hypervigilance. It's going to make my brain continue to perceive that as a threat, as a negative thing. So I'll constantly feel that anxiety build up when I see it. Um, so lately, I just have to tell myself that, hey, getting engaged, getting married is a normal part of life. You know, the timing's different for everybody. It's just, it is what it is, and your time will come. And I've just had to just let it come and go. That's a challenge for me, and it's been really hard to do, but I'm trying. So that's a particular trigger that's been happening for me lately. Other than that, my mood has been stable for the most part, but there have been some random moments in the day, or I guess just sometimes where I just suddenly feel a bit sad or quite lonely or just really low for no apparent reason, and it'll persist for a bit, but then I'll pick up quite quickly after that. So, yeah, that's been a bit on and off, but that's not news. Other than that, I'm dealing with this persistent tiredness that I'm constantly feeling. But something that's been quite recent for me is experiencing intense headaches, or I don't know if it's what a migraine feels like, but really bad stabbing pain in my head. That just kind of localized to the front area, this area here. Sometimes it spreads to the neck, but I get it in the morning some mornings, and it goes away after I have a cup of coffee. So I think it could be coffee related, caffeine related. I don't know. But anyway, this is just a little short random update from me. And yeah, I just felt like doing a video because it's been a while, and also I just wanted to do the video while my hair's still fresh like this before it fades. So that's that. Thanks for listening.